just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Right to the air. Here is Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Lions at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
This is Swift on the counter.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
Rolling to his left.
He'll get this off to Swift.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. This is taken at the 10. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Okay, ready?
Smith on 1st down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
A man who played collegiately over at East Lansing. Here's Ken Walker.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. That screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broke.
Looking for Rocket, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah.
20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense on balance.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Here's Smith. And that is incomplete.
This one did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Finding room at midfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, I'm a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead.
He's got it at the 15.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
From the red zone now, Goff. Open man, he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score touchdowns.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions Lions are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7 our score. Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. On the keeper, here's Goff. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Goff going to keep it himself. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only second down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up third down.
Swift will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers. Then let's get this one in.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Walker now at 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Romeo Okwara working his way in and getting the tackle for loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Smith now to throw. Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is scooped up by the Lions. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And into the end zone. And a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. But
There are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away. Pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And Shark calls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Badgley able to punch this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith to the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now Gino on 1st down. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. That's good for 28 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Gino now to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is down to 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Finding Williams once more, complete. Touchdown!
Jamison Williams
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Lions are able to add on to their first-half lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Play action. It's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On first down, Smith.
That completes it again to Metcalf.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
An option run with Ingram.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12.
On second down, it's Walker.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Goodwin able to haul it in. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up the third down. Now Geno. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kobe Joseph. And the Lions are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked out by Cameron Sutton. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in it. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10.
Smith. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Boye Mafe.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Go off a handoff here to Swift.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Three quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Here's a toss play right to Swift. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs.
Once again, it's Swift. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
You see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now it's Lockett. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds they've had and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Let's get that touch.
They'll try and run here with Swift. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so.